Alright guys, so here you see the 240. I'm back. Got some Sonic, picked up a burger. Got my engine stand. So I gotta cut that box open and get it assembled. Time lapse that. And then you guys will see the new engine going on it. Guys, on something real quick though. The Sonic Smash Burger, double patty. It's got this sauce on it. The sauce is pretty fire, but this shit, trash. I don't know. I'm not one to take the time to order stuff like without it unless I have like an app. But yeah, we're gonna pick off that trash. Ooh, almost forgot one. Trash. Not about it. Get the cheese and the sauce in the beard. Save some for later. We can't do 240 stuff without having some good food. Like empty stomach, shit car. That's how it goes. Yep, that's right guys. We got a SR20. It's an S13 blacktop SR20. It's not a perfect SR20. Yeah. It's been a little hot. One of the cylinder walls is scored, so the plan is to get this thing sleeved, go ahead and do a rod and piston motor, have the head sent off and built, and I got a pretty good bit of stuff with this. So I got a decent enough deal on this that I can build it and pretty much still be cheaper than spending like $8,500, $9 for a full swap. I paid $1,500, but I got a complete long block with the valve cover. I got a manifold and a turbo, which I'm probably gonna sell. We got old pan, all the bolts and stuff are labeled. We got a flywheel and clutch. I'm not gonna use a lot of that stuff. I got some coil packs. I think a few, like a harness and whatever. I'm gonna try to sell some of that stuff and use that to fund the build. But it is definitely a good start for our 240. And it's just what I want. I wanted the car to have character. I thought about going LS. I thought about going K-Series stuff. K-Series, it's right up my alley, but the swap parts around it are expensive. So the whole game plan was to basically just make it feel like an S chassis. You know, it's going to be overbuilt. I still want to go small, both on turbo. Keep things pretty simple. Definitely, you know, rod, piston, spring retainer, cams. But both on turbo, like stock frame, probably like S15 turbo, pond cams, nothing crazy. And just, you know, link, which, yeah, that's deep. And like, obviously building a sleek engine and stuff's gonna add up. Like, it's not a budget build per se, but it's not crazy over the top either. So I think it'll be a really good balance setup for what I'm wanting the car for. One of the cylinder walls is scored, so the plan is to get this thing sleeved, go ahead and do a rod and piston motor, have the head sent off and built, and I got a pretty good bit of stuff with this. So I got a decent enough deal on this that I can build it and pretty much still be cheaper than spending like $8,500, $9 for a full swap. I paid $1,500, but I got a complete long block with the valve cover. I got a manifold and a turbo, which I'm probably gonna sell. We got old pan, all the bolts and stuff are labeled. We got a flywheel and clutch. I'm not gonna use a lot of that stuff. I got some coil packs. I think a few, like a harness and whatever. I'm gonna try to sell some of that stuff and use that to fund the build. But it is definitely a good start for our 240. And it's just what I want. I wanted the car to have character. I thought about going LS. I thought about going K-Series stuff. K-Series, it's right up my alley, but the swap parts around it are expensive. So the whole game plan was to basically just make it feel like an S chassis. You know, it's going to be overbuilt. I still want to go small, both on turbo. Keep things pretty simple. Definitely, you know, rod, piston, spring retainer, cams. But both on turbo, like stock frame, probably like S15 turbo, pond cams, nothing crazy. And just, you know, link, which, yeah, that's deep. And like, obviously building a sleeved engine and stuff's going to add up. Like, it's not a budget build per se, but it's not crazy over the top either. So I think it'll be a really good balance setup for what I'm wanting the car for. So yeah, you can tell here, I got the upper pan, the lower. I'm probably not going to use the lower because the paint's chipping on the inside. Yeah, I could probably strip it and then maybe have it powder coated or something. I don't know. I don't know if you can get these in aluminum or not. If I can get it in aluminum, then that's the route I'm going to go. We got a starter, a flywheel, clutch. Like I said, I'm not going to use that stuff. I don't want to risk reusing some parts. Just the flywheel, maybe I could get away with. At the same time, it's like, then really I should have it resurfaced. Depending on what it costs to have it resurfaced, like maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. Just pulling the brackets off of it. And you got the water pump. I got to have this timing cover machined. The crank pulley does have some, it looks like it's been dropped. You see the little chunk there. So may end up doing an ATI damper. I don't know. I don't really want to mess with having to do the press on and stuff. So I need to get a new pulley. These brackets will come off. We'll paint all this stuff. We'll repaint the engine mount brackets. Take the knock sensor off and put that up just to keep it clean. And then basically once the engine's built, I did pick up a trans. So the trans is a KA trans. I got to switch out the bell housing. I think I know where one of those is at, so I'm going to get a bell housing, get it bolted up. Yeah, it's going to be for the light glare. So yeah, it's going to be iffy if, you know, the trans is going to hold to the power I'm wanting to make. It's going to get some abuse, but if I keep going through a few, like I'd say 2 trans, if I go through 2 transes, then after that I'll upgrade to the CD. But just for simplicity reasons and being able to find it cheap, it's the route I wanted to go right off the bat. Just speedometer and everything will work. I can get a stock drive shaft and, you know, try to cut down some budget so I can spend more in the areas where it's really going to count. And then I think in this box I have the intake manifold, which I started cleaning up, and I took some clips of that and stuff before. I just didn't want to use that original video shown, so I'll probably cut in some clips and stuff for that. And then I started stripping that valve cover. That'll end up being in another video. I have a plan for that. This manifold and stuff is cracked. So you can tell it's been welding, which kind of sucks. And then I don't have the O-ring or the clamp that would hold. I don't have the clamp that would hold that on, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to, you know, get a new. Which, like I said, I'm gonna go a new S15 turbo, and then probably like tow main manifold, because tow main manifold you can get for like a little over $500, and you get heat wrap and some stickers and like different stuff. Like, it's just a good budget-friendly route to go. I mean, you can't really beat it. And then I'll probably run like ISR downpipe and their high flow cat, and then one of their catbacks or HKS, kind of depending. Haven't really decided yet, but super glad to have an SR for the car for sure. So I don't know how much you can see of it. We do have a power steering pump. I got to get a pulley for it. I'm hoping to have some kind of cool, like nice dress up pulleys. Might as well go ahead and get that. I want to do like Yashio style pulley or something on the alternator. I think maybe Phoenix made one, Chase Bay, I don't know. Someone made a really cool pulley for these, and to avoid like, I might have to look at it. I don't want to quote that, but I'm pretty sure there's a company that makes an aftermarket pulley to keep these things alive longer. I want to get that. So yeah, I got the harness in here. oil lines and stuff. Now, whether we use all of it or not, I don't know. But it's always good to have spares. Maybe we buy new pretty stuff and it ends up breaking. We have backups and just throw in boxes, take to the track, and you know, use them in last case scenario in a pinch situations, which is cool. But as far as the bottom end goes, I mean, everything spins freely. There's not really any scarring or anything on the crank. It's really just the one cylinder wall is scarred up pretty good. And I mean, like I said, I'm going to sleeve it, so it's not an issue anyways. And then sleeving it's also going to allow us to turn it up a lot more and just give a good safety net. So I'm cool with that anyways. Yeah, so that is pretty much where we're at, guys, with the SR20. So I do plan on getting the valve cover, and I do plan on getting the valve cover here stripped, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that painted. I'm definitely going to do a video on that. I am going to be ordering some more parts for the S14, and I'm probably going to order those a little bit later so I can at least get a few small things done to it. Like I said, trying to space this stuff out, just wrapping up the end of the year, mainly focusing on painting off some depths and stuff right now, so I can really hit this car hard. It's pretty much beginning of next year, and then hopefully have it wrapped up and touching the road like mid-summer is the plan. We'll see. It's just a lot to do it right. I don't want to rush things and throw it together, because if you do, it's not ever going to be what I want it to be. I'm always going to have issues with it, and I'm not trying to go too crazy. I know where I can save and where I'm not going to be able to save money. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this journey. You probably noticed the shirts. Yeah, it does look like I have to clean my personal one here. So there is a possibility that I'm going to sit. What the? Oh, no, dude, you can have the shirt. You can keep it. Yeah. So I had these shirts made. As you can tell, they turned out freaking killer. Pun very much intended. So I just set this up with some collectibles I had. I'm also a horror fan, and I want to show you guys this shirt. So as of right now, I have 5 of these made with my new logo, and then I wanted to sell these for a couple reasons. One, to kind of turn this channel into my own brand when I started calling it Just Bones instead of Broken Bones Garage. The channel's more about what I'm doing with all my stuff. It's not necessarily cars, hence the road trip video and stuff I did a while back. And the pink is I wanted it to be a little lighter, but it's a little lighter than it shows on camera. That was just kind of a play on cherry blossoms. A lot of the people at my workplace, a lot of my personal friends and stuff, they called me Bones. So that's where Bones came from. The channel is just about Bones. So Just Bones. And let me guys show you on the other one. So I wanted to do a so I have multiple versions of this logo designed already. Basically, I wanted something that could be versatile. So the font pretty much always will be the same. The turbo will always be there as the O in the logo. Just the background color will change based on drops. I do want to do more of these. I already have the next one planned. So this one I went with more of a summer vibe, nice and tropical. And come over to the back. So what I do is, I designed my background image. I go through and add my lettering. I do the infill on the lettering also, space everything out, set it where I want it. So we did Dream, Build, Destroy. The whole point of these was basically to, I want my brand of shirts to be focused on builds. Obviously, it's a big part of our thing. And just keeping it that way of like, keeping the fun in the builds, promoting, not just going out and buying something, destroying it, and like really putting your heart into this, making it personal, stylizing it, and then using it. Hence, it's a drift car, it's going to get destroyed or beat up anyways. And, then you just cycle through and you repeat. It's bringing dreams to life. So we have the slightly damaged new model Supra. Added the Just Bones logo there at the bottom. We have the URL, and then it has this, you know, kind of dotted out fade up through here, which is a lot like, I don't know if you can see, you're not gonna be able to see it, this car's so dirty, but like the little perforated lines on a windshield. So as of right now, I'm not sure price point on these. So after the first 5 sell, we'll be doing killer deals on these. As of right now, we're not. So with being only 5 made, the price per shirt is higher. I do have stickers. I am going to print out some keychains with the 3D printer to go with these. And I'm doing a swag pack for $36. Now selling these at $36 each, I'm breaking even. I'm making no money off them at all. Once these 5 sell, if I can gauge some interest, more people want these shirts, more people want the other updated version that I'm doing, then I'll do a bulk order. Now if I get a bunch of interest on these, I can go ahead and do a bulk order and then knock them down cheaper. I would like to get them down to about, you know what, I'm not going to throw the price down, but I'd like to get them to. But if enough sells, we're going to do it. So you buying these shirts is just going to be spreading the word for these first 5, getting the name out there. After that, when I can get them to a point of making profit, you're helping support this build, the channel growing, and you get a sick shirt. These are gilding, very nice quality. The print and everything on them looks great, as you can tell. And yeah, we're going to continue on with the 240 build here. It's driving me freaking crazy. Okay, so that thing's super freaking hot. I just wanted to do that little skit just to, I don't know, draw some interest, and then that skit will probably be separated from this video and put in another video just to kind of like be the release drop video or something. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I got a few more videos to work on. I gotta finish editing this, finish editing a video on the Honda, get the parts for this thing ordered, do a video over that, and just keeping things rolling, wanting to stay on it and actually make this YouTube thing a thing, I guess would be the way to put it. You know, more back to how I was doing it when I was building the Blue EM1, not so much off and on all the time. So oh, there is a new hype button now on YouTube. If you guys can hit that hype button, it'll help a ton. After you hit that hype button, I'm just gonna need you to go ahead, drop a comment, drop a like, hit that subscribe button over to the side or down below, wherever the heck it's at on your screen, and stay tuned to see more of the 240 build. Got a little Adam chilling up there, and yeah, we're gonna get some more parts. Got some parts on here already that I haven't done a video on yet, but need some stuff to go with that. Ordering that in a minute, and we'll continue. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'm out.